Kylian Mbappe is a young man who is skilled at leading a life of luxury and is currently recognized as one of the best football players in the world. But have you ever wondered how this athlete makes a living? What is the lifestyle of Kylian Mbappe? What is his success story? How did he achieve these all? Want to know more? Then what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to discuss about you won't believe the luxurious living of Kylian Mbappe. He was born in 1998 in France's capital city of Paris. The best player in the world right now is Kylian Mbappe Lawton, better known as just Kylian Mbappe. Despite coming from a lowly background, he has always been passionate about football and has tried to play the game like Cristiano Ronaldo. He began his journey at AS Bondy, where he stood out a lot until he was signed by Monaco, a team for which Mbappe became the youngest player in the first team. At the age of 16, his football was so impressive that it didn't take long for him to start attracting a lot of attention from big clubs and subsequently sign a loan to Paris Saint-Germain, which became permanent in 2018 and a transfer worth over $200 million, making him at just 20 years old the second most expensive player in the history of the club. The young striker has an impressive style of play and is known for his excellent dribbling skills. He could play on either side, huge kudos to his ability with both feet. And as a result, Mbappe is one of the biggest promises to become the best football player in the world. Mbappe won the World Cup in the same year while flaunting the jersey of the French national team. He was named the best young player in the competition and being one of the most financially successful players today, and of course, living a life full of pleasures as one of the best paid players on the globe. Everyone is aware that Kylian Mbappe is wealthy enough to live in opulent homes. Some sources claim, for instance, that he once resided in a luxurious apartment overlooking the iconic Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. The player's property, however, was no less than a duplex apartment in one of the most upscale buildings in the area. Because his apartment is on the top floor, it should undoubtedly provide him with a breathtaking view of the city. You can get a good idea of this by looking at records of penthouses that a person once owned. According to certain sources, it's easy to gain an idea of how much the striker paid to live there, based on the rental prices of other nearby residences. Currently, it is rumored that the player has purchased another home in the incredibly upscale neighborhood of Nouvelle-Sarrazin, which is visited by several other social media famous people. Mbappe was required to spend about $40,000 each month. According to what was presented, it is easy to observe that the decor of the house is based on neutral tones and creams with classic wood finishes that look to be quite opulent, as Mbappe has already shared with the public several documents within his residence. According to media reports, the young striker spent about $10 million to buy this property, and there may even be a swimming pool for him to rest in. A lot of people are shocked to find that Kylian Mbappe does not have a driver's license, but that does not stop him from constantly traveling in plush cars. For instance, he has been seen driving a Volkswagen Tiguan, a modern SUV with a starting price of $40,000 for the most recent and complete variants. In a Volkswagen ID 0.4 Cross, a futuristic-looking 100% electric car, he has also posted photos of himself driving it. The vehicle can cost up to $50,000 and has a battery that allows it to travel more than 310 miles per hour. He also shared a photo of himself exiting what appeared to be an Audi A6 Avant, a wagon-styled vehicle whose most recent models start at about $65,000. He has also been seen driving a Mercedes that appears to be from the GLE model, a high-end SUV that can provide a lot of comfort and safety. To give you an idea of the cost of this vehicle, newer models start at about $85,000. Going a little higher, the player is seen driving a Volkswagen Touareg, another SUV from the German company that's even more powerful and spacious. This vehicle is great for the player when he wants to go around with more space and comfort and has an estimated cost of about $85,000. It seems sense that purchasing one of these may cost over $110,000 for the most recent models. A gigantic car that can provide plenty of room and ergonomics for all its occupants. The Mercedes-Benz V-Class is another extremely pleasant vehicle that the Frenchman has. To enjoy this comfy Mercedes car, it may be necessary to invest up to $150,000. Although Kylian Mbappe does not have a wallet, a few sources claim that he is the owner of a Ferrari SF90 Straddle, one of the brand's fastest vehicles. The car has a super V8 engine that can accelerate it from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, while managing to reach an incredible top speed of 210 miles per hour. Perhaps, therefore, a car with 0 miles can cost over $600,000. When it comes to living a life of extreme luxury, Kylian Mbappe is a young man who appears to enjoy it a lot. For instance, when the time came to sign his contract with PSG, the player demanded to have a private jet to use whenever he wants, something that, despite being denied, did not stop him from renting ultra-modern aircraft on his own. Among the aircraft used by the player is a Bombardier Challenger 350, one of the most popular corporate jets. Kylian Mbappe is one of the players who stands out in this regard despite currently living a life full of luxuries. The young striker loves to give very generous donations, perhaps as a result of his impoverished upbringing. To give you an example, when he was only 19 years old and had just won the 2018 World Cup, he decided to donate no less than all the money he earned to charity. According to some sources, the French striker received a salary of around $22,300 per game and earned an additional $350,000 in competition-winning bonuses, for a grand total of more than $570,000. Surprisingly, this sum is what he donated to the Premiers Decors, a group that hosts sporting events for kids with disabilities. Even during the pandemic, Mbappe continued to assist those in need and even established the Inspired by KM Foundation with the goal of assisting several children in achieving their ambitions. With all of this, we can conclude that Kylian Mbappe, in addition to being a great footballer, may also be regarded as a philanthropist. Mbappe also receives a big wage as one of the stars of Paris Saint-Germain. Due to his reputation as one of the best football players in the world and as one of the most promising young players, Kylian Mbappe also earns money from other sources. For instance, the youngster is one of the most well-known figures on social media, with 15 million Facebook fans, making him one of the most followed football players in the world. Being one of the best football players in the world today, there's no doubt that Kylian Mbappe, who's only 23 years old, has already amassed wealth that will enable him to retire and lead a life of luxury for the rest of his days. To give you an idea of his income, when he was around 17 years old and playing for Monaco, for instance, it is estimated that he had a salary that centered around $95,000 per month. Subscribe to our channel to get our videos regularly, and don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you for your time. Look forward to seeing you at the next one. Until then, peace.